A lot of preppers and homesteaders may want to store some emergency fuel for generators or as a backup fuel supply for their vehicles. And there are a lot of myths about fuel and how long it will last. The truth is that in most cases, fuel that is properly stored will last longer than you think. So today we are going to have a look at some ideas for safely storing your fuel. Firstly, and most obviously, make sure you are using the correct types of containers for your fuel. Don't just store gasoline or diesel in anything that will hold it. Use appropriate containers that are designed to hold fuel. Also, make sure that you don't completely fill these containers. I wouldn't fill them more than 95% in order to allow room for expansion. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't use containers larger than 5 gallons. Simply for the sake of convenience, although you may have a completely different setup. Next, try not to use fuel with ethanol if you can avoid it. And if there is ethanol in your gas, make sure that it has as little ethanol as possible. Ethanol attracts moisture, which is bad for small engines. And when it comes to storage, the higher the ethanol content, the lower the shelf life will be. And speaking of shelf life, if you know that the fuel will be sitting for long periods of time, add a fuel stabilizer before sealing the container and make sure you seal it tight. Keep your stored fuel at least 50 feet away from any possible type of ignition source in a cool, dry, and dark of a place as possible. Make sure you have some sort of fire control handy for emergencies. Do not allow it to come in contact with sunlight, and try not to set it directly on the ground. If possible, instead of just using a storage shed, you may want to build something more solid to contain a fire or explosion should one occur, and try to have a fuel siphon handy just in case, unless you like getting gas in your mouth. And know the law. Every city, state, and county is going to have regulations. Make sure you know what the regulations are where you live. In most places, fire codes have gotten so tight that they will not allow you to store more than 25 gallons of fuel. So know the laws and watch out for nosy neighbors and code compliance. And one last point here, 3 words. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Don't just have the fuel sitting there. Use it in a rotation process like you would with any of your other preps. So I hope you found these tips helpful. If you have anything you would like to add to the list, please feel free to post it in the comment section down below and share it with the community. Please do give the video a thumbs up. It's the easiest way to show your appreciation for the video. Share the video if you can, and subscribe if you are new. Be sure to check out some of the other videos. You may find something useful. You never know. Remember, I do have another channel called Coffee Talk. There will be a link for it down below. Check it out if you get the chance. So, like I always say, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.